Greg Tepper of Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com here at the THSCA Coaching School and Convention with one of the best-dressed men in this room. It's a big room, too. It's the head coach of the Mesquite Skeeters, Coach DeMarcus Harris. I told you I was going to blow up your spot on the air, and so here it is. You know what I appreciate about you? You're a man of confidence. On the questionnaire you turned in, you know you got one in the district? The Mesquite Skeeters. This is a district with Rockwall, Heath. Great district.
Right.
Obviously, you think you got something. We got something cooking out there in Skeeter country.
Well, I just don't think you can put yourself last. Second,
I love it.
Any of those things, man. You got to set the bar high and set the expectations high, and then try to go get it.
I appreciate it, and there's ample reason to believe that you guys can do that. Tell me if you think I'm wrong, but I feel like your squad got better every single week. I think you could see each week this team is getting better, getting stronger, getting more cohesive. Is that how you saw it?
That's exactly how I saw it, man. You know, coming in, really no off season, just getting the kids ready, getting on the same page, a whole new coaching staff. Guys never worked together, and it did. It got better and better and better as the year went on. And then we ran into Duncanville, so you know how that goes.
Well, that'll happen. But, listen, you got to be the man, you got to beat the man,
That's right?
Exactly right.
That's right.
Second year there at Mesquite. What do you know now that you didn't know if I were interviewing you last year at this time? That's a tough question.
Yeah, it is, man. I realize how much football I really don't get to coach. I got great assistants, so they get to do it all. I'm kind of handling the business side of it, all the meetings, and handling other sports because I'm the athletic coordinator. But I don't get to coach a lot of football. I just kind of I'm involved, but not overly involved in anything with football. So that's what I figured out.
So then you take a look at, I'm interested in the way your season ended last year. You guys are playing well, you win a playoff game, running to Duncanville. Duncanville does what Duncanville does. Is that something you talk about? Do you talk about the way last season ended, or or is it like, hey, we're moving on, we're turning the page, we're just going to keep moving?
Well, I think that senior class last year kind of set the bar, and they set the bar high. Mm-hmm. Got to the second round of playoffs after winning 2 games, which was great. And I tell our kids, you don't want to be the class that just let down what we're starting. We got a brand, we got a culture. We want to grow that brand and keep that culture going. So we do talk about it, and we talk about beating Duncanville or DeSoto or Cedar Hill, and that's who you got to beat to go win it all. So. You definitely got to talk about it.
All right. What do you think this year's team – how do you think this year's team may be different from last year's team?
What I noticed about this team that we have now, they just go about their business, not a huge rah-rah team. Last year we were rah-rah, get them juiced up, let's go. This group, what do you want me to do, Coach? We'll do it.
Business-like.
It is. It's straight business-like. And our coaching staff has to be the rah-rah guys, and then we'll take care of that, and then they'll just play the game. So,
all right, you got a lot of playmakers on your team. One of them's Jamarian Woods.
Oh my God,
this kid's a freak show.
Gosh almighty.
Okay, he's a freak show. You're the guy who sees him every day in practice, though. What is it about him that sets him apart?
Obviously he's one of the better players in the state, but you'll never know. He's the hardest worker. He's gonna win every sprint. He does extra. If you say, hey, I need you at the school at midnight every day, and he'll say, yes, sir. He's just old school in the way he does things. He'll do whatever you ask him to do. He wants to play every position. But he is that guy that just, I'm a football player, and I'm a better football player than you are. We're trying to find a ways to get him the ball, him to touch the ball as much as we can. He's special, man. He's a great, great teammate.
Okay, so now, finally, the most important question. You've been in the big chair for a year, right? Been there. The big chair can change some people. What would Mrs. Harris say how you've changed over the last year?
She a lot of times she says, hey, you're not at work anymore. You can,
brother.
We actually rode down here. We went Dripping Springs and floated the river. Is one of the things she wanted to do. She's here with the coach's wife. She's doing that. She got registered, so she's a part of that clinic. She loves it. She eats it up, but she always tells me like, hey, I'm not one of those assistant guys I'm not one. You don't just let's work together. You don't have to give me the directions all the time. So I have to make sure I take that step back when I get home.
Man, heard that. Okay, because I come home, and I'm not even a coach, but I'm come home like, honey, you'll never guess who won the high school football games tonight. And she's like, I don't.
Right.
Why would I care? It's not my job.
Right.
Coach DeMarcus Harris, head coach of Mesquite. Coach, appreciate your time.
Man, appreciate you, man.